In a world where chaos often reigns, a relentless cascade of notifications, deadlines, and emotional turbulence, the ancient teachings of Buddhism offer an anchor, the profound power of the present moment. Over 2,500 years ago, Buddha urged, "Do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present." This mantra isn't just self-help advice. It's a radical invitation to reclaim control over our lives by mastering our emotional landscapes. Imagine navigating life's storms with a mind as steady as a mountain, unshaken by anger, anxiety, or regret. This isn't fantasy. It's a practice rooted in the heart of Buddhist philosophy, one that transforms how we respond to life's unpredictable twists. The struggle with emotions is universal. We've all felt the tidal wave of rage, the suffocating grip of anxiety, or the ache of sorrow overwhelming our senses. Buddhism teaches that these emotions aren't enemies to be silenced, but signals to be understood. The Buddha's words, "The mind is everything. What you think you become," cut to the core. Our thoughts shape our reality. When we react impulsively to anger or fear, we sow seeds of suffering, not just in the moment, but in the echoes of our future. Yet by learning to pause, to observe emotions like passing clouds, we break free from the cycle of reactivity. Neuroscience even confirms this. The amygdala, our brain's alarm system, quietens when we breathe deeply and respond with mindful awareness. Buddhism redefines emotions as previews of our karmic trajectory. A harsh word in anger might soothe briefly, but leaves scars on relationships and peace of mind. Conversely, responding with patience plants seeds of harmony. This isn't about suppressing feelings, but cultivating equanimity, a balanced mind that meets joy and sorrow with equal grace. Through practices like mindful breathing, body scans, and loving-kindness meditation, metta, we train ourselves to greet emotions with curiosity rather than judgment. Reflecting on impermanence, "This too shall pass," becomes a mantra to soften the grip of overwhelm. Even small acts, like ending the day by asking, "How did I meet my emotions today?" foster growth. The ripple effect of this inner work is profound. When you respond to conflict with patience, you model resilience for others. When you prioritize presence, you deepen connections. Inner calm isn't selfish, it's revolutionary. Buddhism isn't about achieving detachment, but about showing up fully with compassion for yourself and the world. So sit down, take a breath, and begin. The present moment isn't a destination, it's a lifelong dance of waking up again and again to the beauty of being fully alive. What practice will you start today? Share your journey. Let's explore this path together. Transforming stress and conflict into serenity. Picture this. You're in the middle of a high-stakes deadline at work or a heated argument at home. Instead of letting stress or anger spiral out of control, you respond with calm clarity, diffusing tension effortlessly. This isn't wishful thinking, it's a skill forged through Buddhist practices that teach us to meet life's challenges with equanimity. By mastering our emotions, we unlock the ability to navigate uncertainty not with fear, but with confidence and a clear mind. These abilities aren't just theoretical, they're backed by science. Studies show that emotional regulation significantly reduces anxiety, depression, and stress, paving the way for a healthier, more balanced life. The mindfulness and tranquility cultivated through these practices don't just soothe the soul, they sharpen the mind, enhancing decision-making and problem-solving abilities. As we journey through these transformative tips, you'll learn to replace knee-jerk reactions with thoughtful responses rooted in wisdom. This shift, subtle yet profound, reshapes how you perceive and engage with the world. Challenges that once felt overwhelming become stepping stones for growth and joy. By the end of this exploration, You'll have a toolkit brimming with strategies for emotional resilience and clarity, tools that will ripple through every facet of your life. The path begins with a single step: mindfulness. By anchoring yourself in the present moment, you create space between stimulus and response, a sanctuary where clarity and calm can flourish. Embrace these teachings and watch as your life aligns with peace, understanding, and profound fulfillment. Let's embark on this journey together, starting with the transformative power of mindfulness, unlocking emotional mastery through mindfulness. When you practice mindfulness, you're not just calming your mind, you're building a powerful foundation for emotional resilience and mental well-being. At its core, mindfulness enhances your capacity for self-awareness and self-regulation, two essential skills for navigating life's emotional currents with grace. Meditation serves as a powerful tool to break free from the chains of habitual thought patterns, the repetitive loops of worry, regret, or self-doubt that often trigger emotional turmoil. By stepping back and observing your thoughts and emotions without attachment, you transform from a passive observer into an active manager of your inner world. This practice doesn't stop at surface-level change. As you meditate consistently, you gain deeper insights into the nature of your mind. You begin to see emotions for what they truly are: fleeting, transient experiences that rise and fall like waves in the ocean. This awareness helps you recognize when your mind drifts into the past, ruminating on what could have been, or anxiously projects into the future. With practice, you become skilled at gently guiding your focus back to the present moment. This ability to stay anchored in right now is a game changer. It reduces stress and anxiety by preventing you from getting lost in hypothetical scenarios or unresolved regrets. Instead, you engage more fully with life as it unfolds, savoring moments of joy and navigating challenges with clarity. The beauty of mindfulness is its accessibility. It doesn't require grand gestures or hours of solitude. Start with something simple. Sit quietly for just 5 minutes each day, focusing on the sensation of your breath moving in and out. Notice how your mind wanders. That's normal. And gently bring your attention back to your breath. Over time, you can expand this practice into other forms of mindfulness meditation, such as body scans or walking meditation. The key is to observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment, allowing them to pass by like clouds in a vast, open sky. By weaving mindfulness into your daily life, you'll find yourself better equipped to handle life's inevitable ups and downs. You'll respond to stress with composure, approach conflicts with clarity, and cultivate a deeper sense of fulfillment. It's a journey that begins with a single breath and leads to a lifetime of transformation. Ready to take that first step? Let's dive into the practice together. Cultivating compassion and clarity, the transformative power of meditation. Meditation is more than a tool for stress relief. It's a gateway to profound personal evolution. By quieting the noise of the mind, you unlock a wellspring of compassion within yourself. As you practice, you begin to see the shared human experience, the universal ache of suffering, the longing for happiness, and the vulnerability we all carry. This awareness fosters empathy, allowing you to step into another's shoes with authenticity. Research from Stanford's Center for Compassion and Altruism. Research reveals that mindful meditation strengthens neural pathways linked to empathy, making kindness not just a feeling, but a habit. Imagine how this shift could deepen your relationships, turning casual interactions into meaningful connections rooted in understanding. Beyond emotional resonance, meditation builds an inner fortress of strength and stability. Think of it as emotional weightlifting. Each session trains your mind to remain steady amid life's turbulence. A study in JAMA Psychiatry found that regular meditators demonstrated greater emotional resilience, even amid personal crises. This isn't about stoicism, it's about equanimity, meeting joy and sorrow with equal grace. Practitioners often describe it as riding the waves rather than drowning in them. Cognitive gains are equally remarkable. Harvard neuroscientists discovered that 8 weeks of mindfulness practice increases gray matter density in brain regions tied to memory, self-awareness, and decision-making. Picture this: a sharper mind that cuts through distractions, enhances focus during high-pressure tasks, and makes decisions with clarity. Students ace exams, professionals innovate, and everyday worries lose their grip. Turning practice into purpose. Integrating meditation into your routine isn't about adding another chore, it's about reclaiming your mental space. Start small: 5 minutes of morning breathwork, a mindful walk during lunch, or a gratitude reflection before bed. Over time, these moments stitch together into a tapestry of calm. The cumulative effect? A life navigated not by autopilot, but with intention. These practices, mindfulness, embracing impermanence, nurturing compassion, are more than coping strategies. They're blueprints for a life lived deeply. They invite you to shed the armor of indifference and meet the world with open eyes. By living with heightened awareness, you don't just exist, you participate, fully and fiercely. The ripple effect is inescapable. As you heal, you inspire healing in others. Final reflection: the journey continues. Imagine a world where each of us commits to this inner work, a world quieter, kinder, and more connected. The path begins with a single breath. As you step into this practice, remember, you're not chasing perfection, but growth. You're not fixing flaws, but uncovering your innate wholeness. With every mindful moment, you're not only transforming yourself, you're contributing to a collective awakening. Ready to begin? Close your eyes, take a breath, and let the journey unfold. Detachment in Buddhism is not about apathy or disengagement from the world. Instead, it's about cultivating a healthy non-attachment to outcomes, possessions, and even relationships. It teaches us to enjoy life's experiences without becoming overly reliant on them for happiness. This provides a more stable and enduring sense of well-being that isn't shaken by every twist and turn of fate. Do you want to help us reach new heights? Like and share this video to boost its reach through the YouTube algorithm, and don't forget to subscribe, because only 8.5% of our viewers are subscribed. Your support makes a huge difference. Tip number 1: embracing detachment for a life of freedom and joy. Let's talk about detachment, not the cold, disconnected kind, but the liberating practice that allows you to dance fully with life while staying unshackled by its inevitable changes. Detachment is the art of loving deeply, pursuing passionately, and engaging wholeheartedly, all while holding on loosely. It's recognizing that life, in all its beautiful messiness, is transient. Relationships evolve, circumstances shift, and even our most cherished possessions eventually depart. By understanding this fundamental truth, we free ourselves from the paralyzing fear of loss and the suffocating grip of anxiety that often accompanies our attachments. Practicing detachment doesn't mean resigning yourself to passivity. Quite the opposite. It empowers you to influence your world with clarity and purpose, while releasing the illusion of absolute control. This isn't about indifference, it's about intelligent engagement. When you let go of the need to orchestrate every outcome, you create space for life's natural flow. You'll worry less about the what-ifs and focus more on the what is. Imagine the mental bandwidth you'd reclaim by releasing outcomes you cannot dictate. Consider relationships, the ultimate testing ground for detachment. Picture yourself fully present with loved ones, savoring each moment without clinging to the fear that things might change, because, let's face it, they will. Detachment in relationships isn't about emotional distance. It's about showing up authentically while honoring the organic evolution of connections. When you release the need for relationships to remain static, you paradoxically enhance their quality. You'll find yourself laughing more freely, loving more openly, and appreciating the beauty of each interaction as a fleeting gift rather than a permanent fixture. Detachment invites us to ask, can I find joy in the journey rather than fixating on the destination? It's the difference between white-knuckling a roller coaster and throwing your hands up in exhilaration. By integrating this practice into daily life, you transform stress into curiosity, fear into acceptance, and anxiety into anticipation. It's not about building emotional walls, it's about constructing gates that open outward to a world full of possibility. In the workplace, detachment might involve doing your best on a project without becoming overly attached to the outcome. This approach can reduce stress and increase satisfaction with your work as you focus more on the effort than on the result. To begin practicing detachment, start by observing areas in your life where you may be overly attached or reactive. Notice how this attachment affects your emotions and behaviors. Then, consciously work on releasing your grip on these attachments by reminding yourself of the impermanence of all things and the benefits of embracing change. As you cultivate detachment, you may notice a greater sense of peace and resilience in your life. Challenges and changes will become easier to navigate, and you'll find yourself responding to situations with a calm and balanced perspective. This not only enhances your well-being, but also positively affects those around you as you become a steadier, more reliable presence in their lives. Detachment is not about withdrawing from life, but about experiencing it fully and openly without being hindered by excessive attachment. By practicing detachment along with mindfulness, compassion, and meditation, you can achieve a harmonious balance that leads to a more contented and fulfilling life. Detachment doesn't mean becoming indifferent or uncaring. Instead, it's about not clinging to people, possessions, or outcomes. It encourages full engagement with life, enjoying experiences as they come, but without becoming overly attached to them. Recognizing that change and loss are natural parts of life, in Buddhist philosophy, detachment helps us understand that our suffering often stems from our attachments to material goods, relationships, or our self-image, which can lead to distress when changes occur. Practically, detachment allows us to appreciate aspects of our lives without letting them define our happiness or self-worth. By integrating detachment, you become less reactive to changes, more adaptable, and experience less anxiety and more joy. You navigate life with a light heart and a clearer mind, ready to face whatever comes with equanimity and grace. Tip number 2, mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness meditation is a cornerstone of Buddhist practice. It involves maintaining a moment-by-moment awareness of our thoughts, feelings, bodily sensations, and the surrounding environment. The goal of mindfulness is to observe these phenomena without judgment, simply acknowledging them as they are. Historical context and significance. Historically, mindfulness has been one of the 7 factors of enlightenment described in the Pali Canon, the ancient texts of Theravada Buddhism. Mindfulness helps us detach from our habitual emotional responses and gain insight into the true nature of our experiences. The science behind mindfulness. Recent scientific studies corroborate the benefits of mindfulness meditation, showing its profound impact on emotional regulation and mental health. Researchers have found that regular mindfulness practice can decrease the density of gray matter in the amygdala, a brain region involved in stress and emotion regulation, leading to reduced stress responses. It also enhances connectivity in the prefrontal cortex, which governs our ability to rationalize and control our emotions. Your step-by-step journey to mindfulness meditation. Ready to embark on a transformative practice that brings calm and clarity to your life? Mindfulness meditation is your gateway to mastering emotions and unlocking inner peace. Here's your comprehensive guide to getting started and thriving. Step 1. Create your sanctuary. Begin by carving out a quiet space where you can retreat from life's noise. This could be a cozy corner of your room, a serene park bench, or even a quiet cafe with soothing ambiance. The key? Choose somewhere you feel safe and undisturbed. Step 2. Set the stage. As a beginner, commit to just 5 to 10 minutes daily. Yes, that's it. Consistency matters more than duration. As you grow comfortable, gradually extend your sessions. Before you know it, you'll be craving longer moments of tranquility. Step 3. Get cozy. Sit in a comfortable position, on a cushion, a chair, or the floor. Keep your back straight but relaxed, as if a string gently lifts your crown. Feel free to use props like cushions or a meditation bench. This practice is about comfort, not contortions. Step 4. Anchor to your breath. Close your eyes and turn your attention inward. Focus on the rhythm of your breath. Notice the cool air entering your nostrils, the warmth as it departs, or track the rise and fall of your chest, a gentle reminder that you're alive, present, and okay. Step 5. Witness without judgment. As you sit, thoughts and emotions will parade through your mind. That's normal. Instead of grappling with them, observe them like clouds drifting across the sky. Label them gently. There's worry, there's excitement, and let them pass. When your mind wanders, and it will, simply return to your breath. No beating yourself up. This is how mindfulness grows. Step 6. Re-enter the world. When your session ends, slowly wiggle your fingers and toes, reconnecting with your body. Open your eyes and take a moment to notice how you feel. Carry that calm with you as you return to your day. Mindfulness beyond the cushion. The magic of mindfulness extends far beyond meditation. Infuse it into everyday moments. Eat with presence. Savor each bite. Notice the colors, textures, and flavors of your food. Chew slowly and truly taste what you're eating. Walk with intention. Feel your feet grounding into the earth with each step. Notice the rhythm of your breath, the sounds around you, and the breeze on your skin. Listen deeply. When someone speaks, give them your full attention. Observe your reactions without judgment. This kind of listening builds bridges and deepens connections. Tackling the challenges. Mindfulness isn't always easy, especially at first. Here's how to navigate common hurdles. Distractions. The mind wanders. It's what minds do. When you notice this, smile gently and return to your breath. Each return is a victory. Restlessness. If antsy energy strikes, acknowledge it. Restlessness is here. Shift your posture slightly or take 3 deep breaths to settle. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. Impatience. Remind yourself that mindfulness is a skill honed over time. Treat yourself with the kindness you'd offer a friend learning something new. Unlocking life's deeper layers. By weaving mindfulness into your routine, you're not just chasing calm, you're rewiring your brain for resilience and clarity. Regular practice tames the storms of emotion, helping you respond to life with wisdom rather than reaction. Over time, you'll discover greater peace, deeper self-awareness, and a richer connection to the world. So, why wait? Find your quiet space, set your timer, and take that first breath. Every session is a step toward a more balanced, compassionate, and vibrant life. What's your biggest takeaway from this guide? Share your thoughts. I'm here to support your journey. Tip number 3. Deep breathing exercises. The bridge to inner calm. Imagine holding a key to instant calm, a tool so simple yet profoundly effective that it can transform your emotional landscape in minutes. In Buddhism, this key is your breath. Deep breathing exercises are not just techniques. They're a bridge connecting the mind and body, a pathway to tranquility rooted in ancient wisdom and supported by modern science. The breath as a sacred tool. In Buddhist practice, the breath isn't just air. It's a sacred thread weaving together mental clarity and physical presence. The Anapanasati Sutta, a cornerstone of Buddhist teachings, instructs practitioners to focus on the breath as a means to cultivate mindfulness. By anchoring the mind to the rhythm of inhalation and exhalation, we steady the waves of distraction and emotion. The breath becomes a compass, guiding us back to the present moment whenever we drift into worry or rumination. Science meets spirituality. Modern science echoes this wisdom. When you engage in deep breathing, inhaling fully, expanding your diaphragm, and exhaling slowly, you activate the parasympathetic nervous system. This is your body's rest and digest response, the antidote to the fight or flight frenzy of stress. Studies show that deep breathing reduces heart rate, lowers blood pressure, and floods your brain with oxygen, sharpening focus and decision-making. It even stimulates the vagus nerve, a neural superhighway that signals your body to relax. Your daily breath practice. Ready to experience this for yourself? Try this simple exercise. 1. Find your rhythm. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and place one hand on your chest, the other on your abdomen. Inhale deeply through your nose for a count of 4, feeling your abdomen rise. Pause. Exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6, feeling your abdomen fall. Repeat for 5 minutes. 2. Embrace the pause. During moments of stress, before a meeting, during an argument, or when anxiety strikes, take 3 deep breaths. Inhale peace, exhale tension. 3. Breathe with awareness. As you go about your day, periodically check in with your breath. Is it shallow? Jerky? Bring it back to a slow, steady rhythm. When the mind wanders, it's natural for thoughts to intrude. When they do, acknowledge them without judgment and gently return to your breath. Each return is a victory, a tiny step toward mastery over your emotional landscape. The ripple effect. By integrating deep breathing into your routine, you're not just calming your nerves, you're rewiring your brain. Over time, you'll notice a shift. Stress loses its grip, reactions become responses, and life's challenges feel more manageable. You'll carry this calm into conversations, meetings, and moments with loved ones, radiating peace outward. So, take a deep breath. Inhale the present. Exhale the past. And step into a life where calm isn't just a fleeting emotion, it's your default state. What's your experience with breathing exercises? Step-by-step guide to deep breathing techniques. 1. The 4-7-8 breathing technique. Find a comfortable position, sitting or lying down. Empty your lungs. Begin by gently exhaling through your mouth. Inhale quietly through your nose to a mental count of 4. Hold your breath for a count of 7. Exhale completely through your mouth, making a whoosh sound for a count of 8. Repeat this cycle for 4 full breaths. Diaphragmatic breathing. Position yourself lying on your back with your knees slightly bent and your head on a pillow. Hand placement. Place one hand on your upper chest and the other just below your rib cage. This will allow you to feel your diaphragm move as you breathe. Inhale slowly through your nose so that your stomach moves out against your hand. The hand on your chest should remain as still as possible. Exhale through pursed lips, tightening your stomach muscles as you exhale. 2. The hand on your abdomen should move in as you exhale, but your other hand should move very little. Time length. Practice this technique for 5 to 10 minutes, integrating deep breathing into daily life. To make deep breathing a part of your daily routine, consider the following tips. Morning routine. Incorporate deep breathing into your morning routine to start your day with a sense of calm. Stressful situations. Use deep breathing techniques when you feel stress building up. This can help you manage stress in real time. Before sleep, practice deep breathing before going to sleep to improve your sleep quality. Challenges and solutions. While beneficial, some might find it difficult to maintain deep breathing practices regularly. Consistency. Set specific times in the day for deep breathing to build a routine. Distractions. Find a quiet space where you are less likely to be interrupted. Physical discomfort. If you experience any physical discomfort, adjust your posture or the technique to find what feels best for you. Deep breathing is more than just a technique to calm the mind. It's a gateway to deeper self-awareness and emotional control. Regular practice can dramatically improve your mental and physical health, offering a simple yet effective tool to manage daily stress and enhance your emotional resilience. Tip number 4. The pause and reflect technique. Your secret weapon for emotional intelligence. In a world that glorifies quick reactions and split-second decisions, the pause and reflect technique stands as a beacon of mindful resistance. It's a simple yet revolutionary practice that inserts a moment of calm between stimulus and response, a pause that transforms impulsive reactions into thoughtful responses. Let's dive into how this technique can reshape your emotional landscape and elevate your interactions. The power of a pause. Have you ever sent a hasty email, snapped at a loved one, or made a decision in the heat of the moment only to regret it later? We've all been there. The pause and reflect technique is designed to break that cycle. By creating a deliberate gap between emotion and action, you grant yourself the gift of clarity. This isn't about suppressing feelings, it's about channeling them into responses that align with your values and foster connection rather than conflict. Buddhist Wisdom, Mindfulness in Action. At its core, this technique is deeply rooted in Buddhist teachings, which emphasize mindful awareness of our actions and their consequences. The Buddha taught that our words and deeds, far from being mere reflexes, are powerful forces that shape our reality. The Eightfold Path, a blueprint for ethical living, encourages us to cultivate right speech and right action, principles that resonate as profoundly today as they did 2,500 years ago. Benefits that transform lives. The pause and reflect technique isn't just a feel-good practice, it's a game changer with measurable benefits. Impulse control. That split-second pause can be the difference between reacting impulsively and responding mindfully. It's the mental equivalent of stepping on the brakes before a collision. Heightened self-awareness. Over time, you'll become more attuned to your emotional triggers. You'll recognize patterns like how certain phrases ignite frustration or how hunger clouds judgment. Smarter decision-making. When you pause, you activate the prefrontal cortex, the brain's CEO responsible for logic and foresight. This allows you to weigh options rather than defaulting to knee-jerk reactions. How to master the pause. A step-by-step guide. 1. Become aware of your impulses. Start by tuning into moments when emotions surge, the rising heat of anger during traffic, the sting of hurt during a conversation, or the urge to withdraw during conflict. Acknowledge the impulse without judgment. 2. Create a physical cue. Use a tactile reminder to hit the pause button, take a deep breath, count to 10, or press your thumb and forefinger together. For some, closing your eyes briefly or repeating a mantra like "breathe" works wonders. 3. Reflect in that moment. Ask yourself, what am I feeling? Why? What's at stake here? Consider the ripple effects of your response. Will it bridge or burn connections? This brief reflection isn't about overthinking, it's about clarity. 4. Respond with intention. Choose your next move. This might mean calmly addressing the issue, delaying your response to gather your thoughts, or even walking away to cool down. The goal? To act in alignment with your values, weaving pause and reflect into daily life conversations. Before hitting send on that fiery reply or interrupting mid-sentence, pause. Take a breath and ask, is this kind? Is this true? Is this necessary? Decisions. Big choices deserve more than gut reactions. Pause, reflect on potential outcomes, and consult trusted advisors if needed. Stress moments. When deadlines loom or chaos erupts, step back. Even a 30-second pause can reset your nervous system and clarify your path. Overcoming hurdles on the path, forgetting to pause. Set phone reminders in high-tension situations. Before responding, breathe. Stick notes on your mirror or computer with prompts like pause, reflect, choose. Feeling awkward, embrace the discomfort. Acknowledge that change feels unnatural at first. Track your progress in a journal. Over time, the benefits will speak for themselves. Impatience. Remind yourself, rushing costs me relationships and opportunities. A pause saves me from regret. The ripple effect of mindful responses. By practicing pause and reflect, you're not just transforming your reactions, you're rewriting the script of your life. Imagine conflicts dissolving into constructive dialogues, decisions yielding wiser outcomes, and relationships deepening through patience. Over time, this practice becomes second nature, a silent guardian of your emotional well-being. By integrating these practices, you improve your ability to handle stress, build stronger relationships by being fully present in conversations, and enhance your overall enjoyment of life. Each day becomes a series of moments to be appreciated rather than endured, shifting your perspective to a more liberated, focused way of living. You breathe in for 4 seconds, hold the breath for 7 seconds, and then exhale slowly for 8 seconds. This breathing pattern helps regulate the flow of oxygen and carbon dioxide in your body, promoting calm and managing anxiety and emotional upheaval. The connection between breathing patterns and emotions is crucial for understanding the effectiveness of breath control. Rapid, shallow breathing is typical in states of stress or fear, activating the fight or flight response. Conversely, slow, deep breathing triggers the body's relaxation response, reducing stress hormones, slowing the heart rate, and stabilizing mood. Incorporating these breathing techniques into daily life offers immediate practical benefits. For example, engaging in deep breathing during a heated argument can prevent escalation, allowing for clearer, calmer responses. Similarly, using the 4-7-8 technique before stressful events like job interviews or public speeches can lessen anxiety and improve performance. Regular practice of controlled breathing, such as starting or ending each day with a few minutes of it, enhances emotional resilience and makes it easier to manage stress when it arises. Learning to control your breath is more than a way to handle immediate stress. It's a gateway to better emotional health and a more balanced life. Practicing gratitude is a transformative habit that goes beyond a simple thank you to a deeper recognition and appreciation of the positives in our lives. This powerful practice can radically improve your emotional well-being, turning everyday interactions into moments of profound connection and joy. The power of gratitude in emotional well-being. Embracing gratitude can significantly enhance your mental health by shifting your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant, from problems to opportunities. This change in perspective reduces feelings of envy and dissatisfaction, fostering a sense of contentment and peace. Moreover, gratitude can help alleviate depression and anxiety by promoting a positive mindset and reducing the focus on negative thoughts. Gratitude also plays a critical role in strengthening relationships. When you express genuine appreciation for others, it not only makes them feel valued and respected, but also reinforces your positive feelings towards them. This creates a cycle of goodwill and deepens emotional connections, making interactions more fulfilling and conflicts easier to resolve. Daily gratitude practices. 1. Gratitude journal. Dedicate a few minutes each day to write down 3 things you are grateful for. These could range from simple pleasures, like a good cup of coffee or a calm morning, to more significant events such as receiving support from a friend during a tough time. This practice helps you become more aware of the good in your life, training your brain to notice and appreciate these moments regularly. 2. Express gratitude openly. Make it a habit to acknowledge and appreciate the efforts and qualities of the people around you. Whether it's complimenting a colleague on a well-done presentation, thanking a partner for their understanding, or simply telling a friend how much you value their presence in your life, these expressions of gratitude can dramatically improve your relationships and increase your overall happiness. 3. Mindful reflection. Take time each day to reflect on the things that went well, even on challenging days. Try to find at least one thing that you can be thankful for, such as your health, the roof over your head, or the opportunity to learn from your experiences. Integrating gratitude into your daily routine can have far-reaching effects. It allows you to live more fully in the present, appreciate what you have, and face changes with grace and flexibility. This practice not only brings inner peace, but also enhances your interactions with others, making your life rich and more fulfilling. Letting go of attachments in Buddhist philosophy. Attachment is often seen as a root cause of suffering. This doesn't only refer to material possessions, but also to people, ideas, and outcomes. Holding on too tightly to anything can lead to emotional turbulence because it sets us up for disappointment when changes occur, as they inevitably do. Letting go of attachments is therefore not about detaching from the world, but about fostering a healthier, more flexible approach to our relationships with the things and people around us. How attachments cause emotional turbulence. Attachments make us vulnerable to disappointment, anger, and sadness because they tie our happiness to the behavior of others, possessions, or the attainment of certain outcomes. When these attachments are threatened, our emotional response can be intense and disproportionate. For instance, being overly attached to our job identity means losing that job can feel like losing part of ourselves, leading to profound distress. Similarly, intense attachment to another person can make us overly dependent on their affection and approval, causing great pain if those are withheld or withdrawn. Steps to let go of attachments. 1. Recognize your attachments. Acknowledge that you have attachments, whether they are material items like your car or house, relationships, or even dreams and aspirations. Reflect on what you believe you couldn't live without and why. 2. Understand the nature of impermanence. Everything is temporary. Understanding this makes it easier to let go. Remind yourself that changes to your current state, whether they involve possessions, people, or status, are natural and inevitable. 3. Cultivate inner fulfillment. Develop a sense of fulfillment that does not depend on external factors. Engage in activities that enrich your soul, such as meditation, reading, or volunteering. These activities help build a resilient self that remains stable and happy regardless of external circumstances. 4. Practice mindfulness. Being present in the moment can help you appreciate what you have now, reducing the constant yearning for more or fear of loss. Mindfulness also increases your awareness of how attachment affects your emotions and behaviors, providing insight into why and how to let go. By embracing these practices, you can live more intentionally and react more thoughtfully, empowering you to navigate life's challenges with greater confidence and clarity. Real-life applications. Letting go of attachments has practical applications that can significantly improve your quality of life. In personal relationships, reducing emotional dependency can lead to healthier, more balanced interactions. Instead of expecting another person to make you happy, you find happiness within yourself, which makes you a better partner. In the workplace, letting go of the fear of failure allows you to take risks and innovate, which can lead to better job performance and satisfaction. Without the crippling fear of losing your job, you can focus more on doing your work well and less on the politics and dynamics that often cause stress. Overall, learning to let go of attachments can lead to a more peaceful, contented life. It allows you to live more fully in the present, appreciate what you have, and face changes with grace and flexibility. This doesn't just bring inner peace, it also enhances your interactions with others, making your life richer and more fulfilling. Integrating gratitude into your daily routine can have far-reaching effects. Regular mindfulness helps us observe our desires and expectations without getting caught up in them. By practicing mindfulness, you can learn to live more in the present moment and appreciate what you have, rather than always seeking something else or expecting more. This shift in perspective can significantly reduce the power that desires and expectations have over your emotional state. Tips for reducing desires and expectations. 1. Cultivate contentment. Learning to feel content with what you have is an effective way to counter the constant craving for more. This can involve gratitude practices where you actively acknowledge and appreciate the good things in your life, helping to shift your focus from what is missing to what is abundant. Set realistic goals. While it's important to have goals and aspirations, ensuring these are realistic and attainable is crucial. Unrealistic expectations can lead to frustration and disappointment. 2. Setting achievable goals, on the other hand, provides a sense of accomplishment and satisfaction that can help diminish the need for constant external validation or success. 3. Reflect on the source of desires. Sometimes our desires are influenced more by societal pressures or external expectations than by our true needs or values. Taking time to reflect on why you want what you want can help you determine whether your desires are genuinely your own or imposed by others. This realization can make it easier to let go of unnecessary desires. 4. Limit exposure to temptations. In a world full of advertisements and social pressures, it's easy to continually develop new desires. Limiting your exposure to such influences, whether through less social media use, avoiding commercials, or being mindful of the company you keep, can help reduce the formation of new desires and the dissatisfaction they bring. Applying these techniques in everyday life can lead to profound changes. For example, if you find yourself feeling unhappy with your current living situation, practicing gratitude for the home you have and setting realistic expectations for future improvements can help you feel more at peace. Similarly, if you often feel let down by friends or family, adjusting your expectations to be more in line with reality can improve your relationships and reduce feelings of resentment. Tip number 9. Embrace simplicity, finding peace in less. In a world that constantly pushes us toward more stuff, more commitments, more noise, embracing simplicity is a radical act of self-care. Rooted in spiritual traditions like Buddhism, simplicity isn't about deprivation. It's about distilling life to its essence, creating space for what truly matters. It's a practice that invites us to win ourselves. What serves me? What brings joy? What can I let go of? Why simplicity transforms lives. When you embrace simplicity, you're not just tidying up your space, you're clearing mental bandwidth. Consider this. Every decision, every stimulus, every possession demands a slice of your attention. By trimming the excess, you reclaim that energy for creativity, connection, and presence. Here's how simplicity can change your life. Stress dissolves. Fewer decisions mean fewer stressors. Imagine waking up without the daily battle of what to wear or what to eat. When your choices are intentional, life flows easier. Focus sharpens. A clutter-free environment mirrors a clutter-free mind. With distractions minimized, you can dive deeply into work, hobbies, or moments with loved ones. Financial freedom blooms. When you spend on needs, not wants, you build savings, reduce debt, and gain flexibility. Simplicity isn't just mental, it's practical. Your path to a simpler life. Practical steps. Ready to shed the excess? Start small. Simplicity is a practice, not a destination. Here's how to begin. 1. Declutter with intention. Begin with your physical space. Go through closets, drawers, and countertops. Ask, Does this item serve a purpose or bring joy? Donate, recycle, or repurpose what no longer fits. Remember, minimalism isn't the goal, freedom is. 2. Curate your commitments. Your time is sacred. Review your calendar and to-do lists. Which commitments drain you? Which nourish you? Politely decline non-essential invites. As the saying goes, if it doesn't excite you, say no. 3. Simplify your finances. Financial chaos breeds stress. Automate bills, track spending, and trim subscriptions you rarely use. Apps like Mint or YNAB can streamline budgeting. Every dollar saved is a step toward freedom. 4. Set digital boundaries. Technology is a double-edged sword. Designate tech-free hours, mornings, evenings, or meals. Use apps like Freedom to block distractions. When you're intentional about digital consumption, you reclaim mental space. 5. Practice the power of no. Overcommitting is a silent thief of peace. Whether it's a social invite or a work project, pause before agreeing. It's okay to prioritize your well-being. Remember, saying no to one thing creates space to say yes to what matters most. Navigating the challenges. The fear of missing out, FOMO. In a culture that equates busyness with worth, simplifying can feel counterintuitive. Remind yourself, quality over quantity, depth over distraction. Emotional attachment to possessions. Some items hold sentimental value. Honor those feelings, then decide if they still serve your present life. Donate with gratitude. Let go with love. Social pressure. Friends or family might question your choices. Share your intentions gently. Your journey to simplicity is a quiet act of rebellion against consumerism. The ripple effect of simplicity. When you embrace simplicity, the benefits extend far beyond your home or bank account. You model a slower, more intentional way of living for friends and family. You reduce your environmental footprint by consuming less. You create space for what truly fulfills you, whether that's art, nature, learning, or meaningful conversations. Your invitation to simplicity. Start today. Begin with one drawer, one habit, one no. Notice how it feels to shed what no longer serves you. Simplicity isn't about emptiness, it's about fullness. It's about filling your life with what brings purpose, peace, and joy. What area of your life are you ready to simplify? Share your first step. I'll cheer you on. Embracing simplicity has practical applications that can dramatically improve your quality of life. For example, by decluttering your home, you might find that you spend less time and energy on maintenance and more on activities that bring you joy. Understanding the nature of suffering. Simplifying your life isn't just about decluttering your physical space, it extends to your mental and emotional well-being as well. Here's how embracing simplicity can lead to a more fulfilling life. 1. Declutter your space. Removing unnecessary items from your home reduces stress and distraction. This doesn't mean living minimally, but keeping items that serve a purpose or bring you joy. 2. Simplify your schedule. Could you allow yourself to engage more fully in your child's life or deepen relationships as you're less distracted and more present during interactions? 3. Prioritize your commitments. Assess your calendar and to-do lists to see if there are commitments you can reduce or eliminate. Focus your time on activities and people that add true value to your life, freeing up more time for personal growth and relaxation. 4. Simplify your finances. Financial stress can complicate life considerably. Simplifying your finances might involve setting up automated payments, reducing unnecessary expenses, or consolidating accounts to make management easier. 5. Limit digital consumption. Set boundaries around your use of technology. Designate specific times to check emails or social media and be mindful of the quality of digital content you consume. This can help reduce the mental clutter caused by constant digital engagement. 6. Practice saying no. Learning to say no is crucial for maintaining a simple life. By not overcommitting, you can focus on your priorities and reduce stress. Understanding the nature of suffering. Understanding the nature of suffering is a core principle in Buddhism and offers valuable insights into emotional control and personal growth. According to Buddhist teachings, suffering arises from attachments, misunderstandings, and resisting the natural flow of life. By exploring and understanding these roots of suffering, we can learn to navigate life's challenges with greater ease and less distress. The Buddhist perspective on suffering. Buddhism teaches that the primary sources of suffering are desire, aversion, and ignorance. Desire includes craving for what we do not have, while aversion involves pushing away what we dislike. Ignorance refers to a misunderstanding of the nature of things, particularly the impermanence of all phenomena. This framework helps explain why we often feel dissatisfied or troubled. It is not the external circumstances that cause suffering, but our reactions to them. How understanding suffering helps in emotional control. Understanding suffering as a product of our own perceptions and reactions can profoundly change how we handle emotions. Recognizing that dissatisfaction stems from unrealistic desires or from resisting what allows us to let go of these patterns. This awareness helps us approach situations with a more open and flexible mindset, reducing the intensity of negative emotions and promoting a sense of peace. Real-life applications. In practical terms, this understanding can be applied in various ways to everyday life. If you find yourself upset because a friend canceled plans, recognizing this reaction as a form of attachment to your expectations allows you to release the frustration more quickly. If you are struggling with loss or change, understanding the impermanence of all things can provide comfort and the ability to accept the new reality more gracefully. In professional settings, this knowledge can help manage stress and conflict. By acknowledging that much of our work-related stress comes from how we perceive challenges and pressures, not just the challenges themselves, we can find more constructive ways to respond instead of reacting with anxiety or irritation. We might see difficulties as opportunities for growth and learning, aligning our actions with our deeper values rather than immediate impulses. Practicing loving kindness. Cultivating loving kindness can transform your interactions with others, making them more genuine and heartwarming. This practice involves sending well wishes to oneself and gradually expanding these intentions to include friends, family, strangers, and even those with whom you may have conflicts. How to practice loving kindness meditation. Practicing loving kindness. Meditation is straightforward and can be integrated into daily routines. Start by finding a quiet place to sit comfortably. Begin by focusing on yourself, silently repeating phrases like, "May I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be safe, may I live with ease." Feel the meaning of the words and the desire for your well-being. After a few minutes, visualize someone you love and repeat the phrases towards them. Gradually expand your focus to include an acquaintance, then someone neutral, followed by someone you have difficulties with, and finally extend these wishes to all beings everywhere. Benefits of loving kindness meditation. This practice can have tangible benefits. If you find yourself frequently irritated by a co-worker's actions, practicing loving kindness can help you approach your interactions with more empathy and less frustration. This shift in perspective can improve your relationship with that coworker and enhance your overall work environment by reducing personal stress and increasing collaboration and understanding among team members. On a personal level, loving kindness meditation can be effective in dealing with feelings of isolation or loneliness. By actively sending good wishes to people around you and acknowledging your connectedness with them, you can combat feelings of separation and foster a sense of belonging and community. This practice can be especially comforting during times of social distancing or personal struggles, as it reminds you that you are part of a larger web of life, deeply connected with others through shared desires for happiness and peace. Embracing change. Embracing change involves acknowledging its inevitability and viewing it as an opportunity for growth. By adapting gracefully, you not only navigate changes more effectively, but also turn potential challenges into avenues of personal development and success. Steps to adapt to change gracefully. 1. Cultivate a flexible mindset. Start by developing a flexible attitude. Accept that change is a part of life and that adapting to it is within your capabilities. Flexibility in thinking allows you to consider various outcomes and adapt your strategies as situations evolve. 2. Stay informed. Understanding the factors that contribute to change can reduce uncertainty and help you prepare better. Whether it's changes in your job, a move to a new city, or shifts in a relationship, staying informed about what's happening and why it's happening can provide a sense of control. 3. Build a support system. Change can be daunting when faced alone. Having a support system, friends, family, or colleagues who understand what you're going through, can make the transition smoother. These relationships provide emotional support and practical advice during times of change. 4. Focus on what you can control. When faced with change, concentrate on the aspects of the situation that you can influence. This might involve setting new goals, learning new skills, or adjusting your mindset to better cope with the new reality. By following these tips, you can embrace change more effectively and turn potential challenges into opportunities for personal growth and success. Embracing change and avoiding judgments. 1. Cultivate a flexible mindset. Developing a flexible attitude allows you to accept change as a natural part of life and adapt to it effectively. Flexibility in thinking helps you consider various outcomes and adjust your strategies as situations evolve. 2. Stay informed. Understanding the factors behind change can reduce uncertainty and help you prepare better, whether it's changes in your job, a move to a new city, or shifts in a relationship. Staying informed about what's happening and why provides a sense of control. 3. Build a support system. Change can be daunting when faced alone. Having friends, family, or colleagues who understand what you're going through can make transitions smoother. These relationships provide emotional support and practical advice during times of change. 4. Focus on what you can control. Concentrate on aspects of the situation that you can influence. This might involve setting new goals, learning new skills, or simply adjusting your daily routine. Focusing on actionable steps can help mitigate feelings of helplessness and foster a sense of agency. 5. Practice self-care. Change can be stressful, so it's important to take care of your physical and mental health. Regular exercise, a healthy diet, sufficient sleep, and mindfulness practices like meditation can all help manage stress and enhance resilience. 6. Reflect and reassess. As you navigate through change, take time to reflect on what's working and what isn't. This ongoing assessment aids in adapting more effectively and contributes to personal growth. Reflection helps you learn from the process of change, equipping you better for future transitions. Applying these strategies in the work environment, if your workplace is restructuring, focus on understanding the reasons behind the changes and acquiring new skills that align with the new direction. Building strong relationships with new team members and maintaining open communication can ease the transition. In personal life, if you're moving to a new city, embrace the change by exploring new communities, maintaining old connections, and creating new routines. This can turn an intimidating adjustment into an exciting opportunity. Avoiding judgments. 1. Cultivate mindfulness. Being mindful of your thoughts and feelings allows you to recognize when you are beginning to judge. Mindfulness helps you observe these thoughts without attachment, understanding they are just thoughts, not facts, and letting them pass without acting on them. 2. Practice empathy. Try to put yourself in others' shoes. Understanding their circumstances, feelings, and motivations can help you appreciate why they might behave in certain ways. This perspective can soften your judgments and increase your patience and empathy towards both others and yourself. 3. Challenge your assumptions. Often, judgments are based on assumptions that haven't been examined. Challenge these by asking yourself if you have all the facts and if there are other possible interpretations. Consider if your initial response is influenced by your current mood, past experiences, or biases. 4. Focus on positive aspects. Actively look for the positive in people and situations instead of focusing on negatives. This doesn't mean ignoring problems or accepting harmful behavior, but balancing your perspective to see the good alongside the less desirable. 5. Use reflective listening. When interacting with others, focus on truly listening to what they are saying without preparing your response or judgment while they speak. This can help you understand their point of view more clearly and reduce the likelihood of misinterpretation. 6. Pause before reacting. Give yourself a moment to pause when you feel like judging or reacting based on a judgment. This pause can give you time to consider a more thoughtful, compassionate response. Practical applications at work. If a colleague misses a deadline, instead of immediately thinking they are lazy or unprofessional, consider what might be happening in their life. They might be dealing with personal issues or need more support to complete their work. By avoiding snap judgments and seeking more information, you can respond more appropriately and helpfully, potentially offering support instead of criticism. In personal life, by avoiding judgments, you can lead a more peaceful life, enrich relationships, and gain a better understanding of yourself and others. It opens up space for more genuine interactions and less conflict, promoting a more accepting and supportive environment. Embracing nonviolence. 1. Understand the principle of ahimsa. Ahimsa, or nonviolence, teaches that violence leads to suffering, so every effort should be made to avoid causing harm. This principle includes not only physical harm, but also emotional and psychological harm inflicted through harsh words, manipulative actions, or negative thoughts. 2. Promote emotional regulation. Practicing nonviolence requires a high degree of self-awareness and self-control to ensure actions and responses do not cause harm. This inward focus promotes emotional regulation, as individuals must constantly monitor their impulses, especially in stressful or provocative situations. 3. Align actions with ethical values. Committing to non-harmful behavior aligns your actions with positive ethical values, reducing feelings of guilt, anxiety, and internal conflict. This alignment brings a sense of peace and self-respect, stabilizing mood swings and helping cultivate a more positive outlook on life. 4. Practical nonviolence in daily interactions. Choose words that do not hurt others, even when angry or frustrated. Engage in active listening and empathy, striving to understand others' viewpoints without rushing to judgment or retaliation. 5. In professional settings, promote a cooperative and supportive work environment by resolving conflicts through dialogue and consensus rather than competition and aggression. 6. In personal relationships, address conflicts calmly and constructively, without blame or coercion, leading to deeper understanding and stronger bonds. Cultivating a positive mindset, seeing the light in every situation. In a world often shadowed by negativity, cultivating a positive mindset is like turning on a light switch. It illuminates possibilities, transforms challenges into stepping stones, and fills your life with resilience and joy. This isn't about ignoring difficulties, but about rewiring your brain to see the potential in every situation. It's a mental framework that shapes how you interpret the world and respond to life's curveballs. Let's explore how to nurture this powerful mindset. Strategies to cultivate a positive mindset. 1. Practice gratitude. Daily. Gratitude isn't just a feeling, it's a practice that shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant. Try this. Every evening, jot down 3 things you're grateful for. They can be as simple as a sunny morning, a heartfelt conversation, or a meal enjoyed. Research shows that gratitude boosts happiness by 25% and reduces stress hormones by 23%. It's like a mental detox, clearing space for positivity. 2. Reframe negative thoughts. When faced with a setback, ask yourself, what's the silver lining here? For example, if you miss a promotion, reframe it as an opportunity to learn new skills or seek a better fit elsewhere. Cognitive behavioral therapists call this cognitive restructuring. It's about rewriting the narrative in your mind. Over time, this practice reduces anxiety and builds a sense of control. 3. Surround yourself with positivity. Your environment shapes your mindset. Spend time with people who uplift you, those who laugh easily, see opportunities in challenges, and radiate optimism. Even media matters. Trade doom scrolling for inspirational podcasts, motivational books, or uplifting documentaries. As the saying goes, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. 4. Set realistic goals. Goals are like lighthouses. They guide you through life's storms. Break big dreams into small, achievable steps. Whether it's running a 5K, learning a language, or saving for a trip, each milestone accomplished fuels your confidence. The key? Make goals. Smart, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. 5. Embrace failure as feedback. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's a prerequisite. Think of it as the universe's way of teaching you. When you stumble, ask, what can I learn here? J.K. Rowling wrote Harry Potter in coffee shops while facing countless rejections. Today, her books have sold over 500 million copies. Every no was a step closer to yes. 6. Trust the process. Life rarely unfolds as planned, but that doesn't mean it's unfolding against you. Trusting the process means believing that every experience, good or bad, serves your growth. It's like planting a seed. You nurture it, but you can't rush the bloom. Practical steps to trust the process. Reflect on past triumphs. Recall moments when things didn't go as planned but ended beautifully. Maybe a job rejection led to a better opportunity, or a missed flight resulted in a life-changing encounter. These stories remind us that setbacks often disguise redirects. Set intentions, not just goals. Goals are destinations, but intentions are your compass. Focus on values like kindness, curiosity, or courage. For example, instead of, I want to lose 10 pounds, try, I intend to nourish my body and move with joy. This mindset keeps you open to unexpected paths. Practice mindfulness. Worry about the future and regret over the past steal your present. Mindfulness anchors you here and now. Try this. During a walk, notice the sensation of your feet hitting the ground, the breeze on your skin, and the sounds around you. Breathe deeply. This grounding practice reduces anxiety by 30%. Learn from others' wisdom. When doubt creeps in, turn to mentors, books, or podcasts. The Dalai Lama's teachings on patience, Brené Brown's insights on vulnerability, or Nelson Mandela's journey through adversity all offer perspectives that fuel your faith in the process. Embrace flexibility. Life is a dance, not a march. When plans change, ask, how can I adapt? Flexibility isn't weakness, it's resilience. Whether it's rescheduling a meeting or taking a new route home, embracing change builds mental agility. The ripple effect of a positive mindset. A positive mindset isn't just good for you, it's contagious. When you radiate optimism, you inspire those around you. Your calm during chaos becomes a lifeline for others. Your ability to find joy in small moments reminds friends and family to slow down and appreciate life. Final lesson: weaving wisdom into everyday life. Throughout our journey together, we've explored practices from mindfulness and deep breathing to embracing simplicity and cultivating positivity that empower you to navigate life with calm, clarity, and compassion. These aren't just techniques, they're threads in a tapestry of mindful living. By integrating them into daily life, you transform challenges into opportunities, reactions into responses, and chaos into peace. Remember the Buddha's timeless wisdom: we are what we think. All that we are arises with our thoughts. With our thoughts, we make the world. Your mind is your greatest tool. Shape it with intention. If these teachings resonate with you, share them. Pass them on to a friend. Discuss them with your community, or simply carry them in your heart. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel for more wisdom, practices, and stories to inspire your path. Together, we'll continue to learn, grow, and walk the path of mindfulness, one breath, one moment at a time. Thank you for being here. The journey continues with every present moment.